stories, and I talk about stuff. Well, did you know Jesus was the best storyteller ever? He told great truths in stories called parables. Now, today, I want to talk about blessings and being grateful. A lesson I got from the parable of the talents in Matthew 25:14 through 30. See, I was pondering over the story of the master who hands out some talents, giving 5 to one servant, 2 to another, and 1 to the third servant. And I know it's generally accepted that this represents that God gives us resources and opportunities according to our abilities, and that He expects us to multiply what we've been given, however much or little it might be. Do our best with whatever we have so we can do Him proud, so to speak. But I was wondering on this and thinking about some situations, and I realized there's yet another truth in this example, and it has to do with the often underrated significance of plain old gratitude. Let's say that third servant was just hanging out with the other two when the master starts giving out talents. So he gets one too. Not because he deserves it, but because God's abundant blessings tend to flow and to overflow. And lots of times folks reap what I call second-hand blessings. And what if in that moment the servant was given the golden opportunity to recognize and receive the undeserved blessing as a kind of a hand up, a chance to do differently? Now the other 2 servants were already counted worthy, so they continued on to do what was expected of them, to multiply the blessings given them. But the third servant, who just happened to be in the right place at the right time, did not think to ask the others, "Okay, what should I do with this?" Or, "Hey, what are you guys going to do with yours?" Now, let's imagine it didn't occur to him to even watch what the others did so as to learn. So the third servant didn't learn, not even by observation. And so instead he did nothing with what was given to him. When the time came for accounting, well, right off the bat, he blamed his bad choice on his fear of the master, who had a reputation for being kind of tough, Perhaps the first recorded example of blame shift. Well, certainly it was an opportunity squandered, so there was nothing to show for the experience. Nothing learned, nothing gained, no profit. Now, I can just imagine him saying to himself, "What did I do wrong?" Or, "Well, I could have done more if I'd had more talents." Maybe what was missing in the third servant was just a plain old grateful heart, which demonstrates for us how lack of gratitude can blind us from even recognizing our blessings. Well, see, this is what happens when a storyteller gets to thinking too much. And I admit I do this a lot. But regardless, here's what I get from all this mental meandering down rabbit trails. In the end, we are all ultimately accountable in one way or another. Those who get it as well as those who don't. Now, whether we do or don't, for sure, we cannot expect more blessings when we do not acknowledge and make the most of the ones already given to us. In her book, Savor, by Shauna Nyquist, she suggests that when life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. When life is bitter, say thank you and grow. And I think that's some sound advice to sum this all up. We all know what happened to the third servant. Whether blessings big or small, flowing or not, pay attention. Give thanks first, and then ask, "What would you have me do, Lord?" Till next time.